Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I've been getting so many messages lately and seeing so many posts, um, so many people struggling and feeling stuck and overwhelmed and lost. Not sure that, they're making progress, and I just wanted to reach out really and let you know that, there's no magic cure. I get people begging me to tell me how to get better, and there isn't really. But what there is there's a series of things that you can do for yourself that will essentially make you better, or certainly help you past the hard times that you may be having. There's no magic formula or anything. It's just a case of what you've got to remember is at the moment your nervous system is so stressed that everything that generally is automatically done by the nervous system, it's not in the right mode to do these things. So it's in the sort of stress mode. So your breathing's wrong, your body's functioning wrong, and this is why you're feeling all sorts of different symptoms, because essentially anything that your nerves are connected to are feeling that stress. And this is why it's so important, and I go on so much, and I can't stress enough how important it is to get that breathing slow, calm, and controlled. Take over it. Don't let the nervous system do it for now. Take over it yourself. Be in control of your breath, because the nervous system isn't doing a great job of it right now. That is probably the main one. Calm your breathing down. Get your breathing nice and slow and rhythmic, and try and breathe from your belly, from your diaphragm. After that, I'd say, watch what you take in. You've got to avoid the stresses, and I know many people are going to shoot me down for that, because I hear so many people saying fight the fear and all this, and fighting the fear is okay if you're strong enough to do it. For now, work on calming down. Get yourself into a place where you're strong enough to fight your fears. I've been there, and now I'd fight anything. Nothing would faze me, even though it may cause me a little bit of anxiety initially. I know that I'm strong enough to deal with that. But while you're in that rock bottom sort of hole of not knowing a way out or anything, it's very hard to fight anything. And what you will more often than not do is, just bear with me 1 second, just let me shut this door. Washing machine always goes on spin when I make a video. What will you will more often than not do is you will just create yourself more stress. You'll just be in a state of panic, and you need to avoid that for a while. You need to work on calming that nervous system. Work on your breathing. Make sure you're making great food choices. Make sure you're making great fluid, intake. Drink water. Keep hydrated. When I say about food choices, I don't mean you can't have a treat night or anything, you know what I mean? But just try to generally think about everything that you consume, everything that you take in has an effect on the nervous system and an effect on your body, so like raises your blood sugar levels, which can then maybe possibly raise your heart a little bit, and you can start thinking that these are anxiety related when really they're not. Caffeine's another one to watch out for. Alcohol's massive. Nicotine is another. Just sort of think of these things and maybe reduce them a little bit. Fluid, keep hydrated. Drink lots of water. And it's very hard when you talk about the thoughts and the mind and everything, because it's so hard, because your mind might be racing all over the place. But just remember that these are just thoughts. These are just thoughts. You don't have to attach yourself to them. You don't have to believe them, and you can direct them. You can sort of consciously think about nice things, think about things that you want to think about. but be in control of it and try and be present with it, and that way you start controlling these thoughts, and you can direct yourself to better things going round your head. Try to focus on something. This might be an interest or a hobby, or and you might think, I haven't got the motivation to do it, but this can be anything. This can be just picking up a book at night, a colouring book, and doing a little bit of drawing, just something to put your attention to. And at the end, you see a lovely picture and you'll feel good about it. Maybe read a little book. And I know this might be hard, because I know when I was suffering, I couldn't concentrate on anything. So I really struggled with it. That's why I just dropped 100% into my breath and just kept control of my breath. But if you're a bit better than I was and you can concentrate a little bit, anything, a bit of baking, a bit of cooking, even if it's not for you, even if you say, oh, well, I've got no appetite, or I don't want to eat that, cook for your neighbour, cook for your friend, cook for whoever, but do it. Just do it. It's just something to focus on, drawing, painting, playing puzzles, games. Try to avoid, and again, I'll get shot down for this, because I know many people use it, but many people zone into the phone, like, oh yeah, I'll play a game on my phone. But what you've got to realise is when you're playing a game on your, spit it out, when you're playing a game on your phone, that is taking up a hell of a lot of brain power, a lot of eye power. Your muscles around your eyes are getting quite strained. Try to do something without technology, and people don't think about this. And again, like I say, I'll get shot down for this because a lot of people use it. But trust me, when you're using your phones and things like that, you're automatically creating this strain around your eyes, and that will not help your current situation, because you'll probably already have muscle tension around the face and neck and shoulders. And just try to relax that by looking at things, even drawing things in nature, looking as far ahead as you can and drawing a scene of nature and things like that. Try to bring into your life as much of the things that serve you and get rid of as many of the things that don't. So you've got to think seriously about what are working for your nervous system and what are actually rubbish for your nervous system. Again, I talk about what you consume and everything. It's not just what you eat and what you drink, but what you're watching. What you're watching on TV. If you sat there watching the news and it's all bad news, which it is in the media because bad news sells, how do you think that's going to make you feel? You can't watch bad news and feel good about it. So drop it. Drop it. Not saying drop it for life, but drop it until you've managed to get your nervous system into a good place. Another one is your language, what you're saying to yourself, your self-talk to yourself. Talk to yourself like you are your own best friend. Actually, you need to become your own best friend. Talk to yourself as if you would, your best friend had come to you and told you exactly how they're feeling, and it was exactly how you are now. What would you say to them? Talk to yourself in this manner. Be kind to yourself. This is a time you need to really be kind to yourself. And this is it. It is all about self-love. Try to get yourself out in nature as much as you can, and just sit there and listen and use your senses. Try to avoid planning too far ahead. Try to sort of like focus on the next sort of hour or couple of hours or something, and don't take too much on after that. And meditate. Try to pick up meditation. Don't jump in at a 20-minute meditation, because you won't do it, but maybe start at like 3-minute, 5-minute medication and focus on it and do it and keep repeating it until it becomes something that naturally becomes part of your routine. And you will get better, but yeah, focus on your self-love, guys, and I'll be along shortly with another video. So take care.